Welcome to episode 16 of the Mirandus Farmer's Almanac. I'm your host, Xana, and co-hosting with me is Wolfie the Wolfenite and the Pirate of Mirandus, Captain Nero. This round we touch on boat mechanic theories and how it can affect the traveler. Next, some ideas using AI tech found within the fuzzles, and a website you might just want to bookmark. In the end, we cover some noteworthy mentions from the Mirandus Master, in case you missed, and just some general thoughts. My apologies in advance for the audio, as I forgot to cancel the background noise, so we will definitely be listening
in. Jake sold his town to the fish. You guys know that? I heard that was rumored.
Yeah, I think he sold it to McWiggle.
Was it McWiggle? All right, because I saw it on the. I wasn't sure what his wallet was, but I seen it on OpenSeas. Now, at least I heard it from two different people that he sold his town to Dick. I thought he was going to play it, so I thought he was although I heard he made like 40K on it, so, and he's involved in a lot of other projects too. So I don't know if he'd have time to. I don't know how hard it would be to run a town of the Duke, right? You'd have to have a little community around there with the peoples.
I mean, not just that. He's supposed to be running the Drunken Duck as well as the Seven Sails. Like, there's a lot on his plate already. I'm not sure exactly where he's going to be fitting in the equation.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I thought he was going to be playing, but I know he's also like a full-time streamer, and he's got people helping him, and they're involved in it too. So that's kind of cool that he made something on it, but. Kind of sad that he sold it too.
Yeah, it's disheartening, right? Disheartening.
I was having, oh man, I thought he was going to be hardcore, but I understand that. Running a town the Duke might be a lot of work anyways. I'm sure he has other stuff, and he's still excited.
I mean, but besides that point, you got to think on-chain gaming. Jake himself has brought so many people.
Totally,
he has brought to Mirandus, and I don't know. I think it's not a betrayal. Of course, it's not, and I'm still standing with him here. It's just I feel like everything got weaker. Our standing got weaker because we don't have the Duke anymore.
That's fine. I'm sure he's still a farmer somewhere, but he's excited to play. He'll be back with news right on. But what do we got? We got Hammer Hammond now, right? Got him making some videos, so maybe he can bring in some people, man. So.
Of course, I love his content.
Yeah, it's fun.
Every time he comes out, I love the sitting in front of the desk. I love the how he goes over the AMAs and things like that. It's a real joy to watch.
I like that it's 10 minutes because there's a statistic with I try to keep mine down to 30 minutes, and it's just a podcast on top of that. But his is 10 minutes long, so it's easy for people to click and digest and just get a little bit of content out of it. And it's cool. All right, so I thought we'd have a pirate on here and talk about boats, because who's better than to have a pirate and a boat owner to talk about boats? What do you think, Wolfie?
Yes, sir.
I feel like we keep coming back to these boats too, Wolfie. So the question I had with the boats is, right, so we got these captains, the exemplar, right?
Yeah, the seafarer.
The seafarer. So with the seafarer, what's he going to do? these boats, we know that there's instancing now. So it's not like you're getting on a boat and you're driving it and you're going out to sea, right? Because I guess we're going to instance through that, because there's a lot more to the game. You just can't get on the boat and just go to a place. Am I right on that, or am I missing something?
The way that I understand it, listening to Mirandus Master in chat, is most of the functionality and the interaction with the ship will be done through the dock deed. So you'll go into the dock and then set your destination, and then once everything's complete, the contract is signed. The ship will probably just take off itself with you upon it. But with instances, you're right. It does kind of take away the Sea of Thieves feel that we kind of wanted out of our ships. But then again, it could open up the possibility of like out to sea instances where you're just out in the open ocean. Maybe there's something there, you know?
Right. And there's a big, and I asked that question, and I asked that to everybody in the Mirandus discussion. What if that happened? And like, that's just a builder. It's a bigger build onto the game. It's like building a game within the game, within like another server.
Well, would it be? Because I suppose all the dungeons and everything are all part of the main world. There's no instance, right? Or is it? Or are you going to be changing instances as to go into a dungeon?
Well, I would assume like the way he talks about the game and the way that 3,000 people per instance, or
right.
I don't know, up to 5,000. The more instancing you can do, the better. Like, so all the dungeons will be instancing. I mean, if you get on a boat, you go and drive and you can instance into the ocean. That just takes those people there out of the main server world. He talked about the islands where the citadels, each one would be instancing, right? Would have its own instance. And like the only way to get to other citadel islands or how they're interconnected is either by boat or by bridge. So maybe there's an instance between the boating or crossing the bridge. Or the bridge itself is an instance. Because he talked about the Bridge of Doom or whatever, where you had to cross, and it's just like nothing but all these enemies like on the bridge, and you had to fight through them to get across. So
sounds wonderful. I just want to kill me a kraken.
Yes. So yes, if we instance, which I think we should, that'd be a great play to adding on to the boat. So you're trying to get the point A to point B. As of right now, how do you think that happens?
I think once you complete the contract at the dock, when your ship sails off, it literally disappears and appears where it's going to, the destination will be. Maybe a timer so that you're not like fast traveling, but I think that there won't be a lot of interaction unless they do add those out to sea instances where you instance to an out to sea instance, you travel through that somehow, and then instance to your destination.
That's the way I'm looking at it. You can instance it. Shutting the garage doesn't get on the outside. Alright, so
you're aiming for the WoW scenario. Like you're still gonna be spending some time on your boat, and it didn't matter if it was an airship or a boat, you still were in the travel mode. You could see everything that you were passing normally, but you couldn't jump off, you couldn't do anything until you got to your destination.
Right, and at that one point where you hit that instancing, then you reappear in the other place. So I'm just wondering if there going to be a time frame. Like if you get on the boat, all right, and mind you, with boats, so the way I understand it is it's your boat, you control it, right? And it's just like the deeds, and that allows you to have like keys or allowances to so many people. Maybe it's 5, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 15. And then with those allowances, those people can use your boat for the fee, of course.
Right, so, right. I think most of that will be done through the dock, though, right? Not the actual ship, or perhaps in the dock deed, you can walk up to the ship that you're looking to commandeer.
Right, and then you would use that ship. And do you take it out? Do you control taking it out to a certain point before you instance? And then when you do instance, is there a time frame? Are you waiting 15 minutes? Well, you might as well log out of the game and log on to an alternate character, and maybe work on your blacksmithing or something, and 15 minutes later you log out that guy, log back into the other guy, and he's at his destination. Is that how that would work?
Yeah, it certainly seems like during these travel times out to sea that that there should be some interactivity. Otherwise, you're right. Well, I mean, what's the point?
What's the point of the exemplar then, right? The seafarer exemplar. Maybe you get there faster.
The time, right? Doesn't it?
Maybe it reduces the time.
Seafarer like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could use it for that. I just feel like there could be way more. Like if you, but what would you do? All right, let's act like we want to do instancing, and boom, you're on the open ocean, right? And you can control the boat, and you can go anywhere you want. Or you can't control the boat and go anywhere you want, but it's just doing its own thing, and you're on the boat for 15 minutes, right? What activities, is there something that, like, instead of waiting around to get to the destination where you're like, I'm just going to log off, is there stuff you can do? And should that be or should you be able to control it and go places or go to
I'd
the
like to think of
destination?
it to be. I'd like to think of it to be more maybe a chance-based system, or maybe depending on where you're traveling, there's a more dangerous areas, more dangerous waters, and so you're going through. There's a chance that you don't run into anything. You're just 15 minutes walking around on your boat, playing checkers, drinking ale. But maybe there's a chance for 5% chance of entering the instance, and it's a devastating storm, and you have to traverse the storm to get through to your destination. Or maybe there is a kraken or a world boss, and maybe you're entering the instance with several other ships, and maybe that is the destination out to sea. But I don't know. They could be adding a whirlpool. I mean it's a fantasy world. Why can't there be an infinite whirlpool that you have to navigate around? Otherwise, you'll crash your ship, and
Yeah.
maybe that has its own thing.
I
We
think,
could kill
yeah.
kill off horses.
I think that'd be fun. Like even fishing, just leveling up your fishing, and you can get the rarest fish from fishing off a boat.
Agreed. In dangerous waters too.
So, okay, I want to be a traveler, right? Okay, it's great that it's cool that the instancing, you can put a whole other game within that instancing, right? Out on the open ocean, and then seafarers and sea boat people got their a whole other world, man. That awesome deed owners or building owners or adventurers don't see. They got their own thing. So I'm just a traveler trying to get to point A to point B. Is it hard for me to get to point A to point B when you're like, all right, I'm going to jump on this boat. Oh, wait. We're going to the Dark Island first. All right. We're taking our chances with the Kraken on this boat ride. This is not a trip you want to go on. Should it be like that? And this person has a harder time trying to find the boat to get the point A to point B. Or maybe that's where the payment comes in. All right, yeah, I'll take you there. We got to drop this guy off first, guys. It's going to be 15 minutes. And then
there's a
we'll
price
go for the
everything,
adventure.
right?
Yeah. So, man, that's crazy. I think they should do that, but man, the work that's going to be involved, that's like building a whole other game. There'll be years before we'd see something like that. I imagine first it'd start off with just instancing, and your seafarer might just cut down the time.
Yeah, I think it'll be a time-based thing, at least initially, and then
Yeah.
again, the value of your seafarer will be played part there.
Right. After they finish much of the other game, that all the first-hand promises, maybe they would throw in something like that. Interesting. I don't know, Wolfie, you got any thoughts?
I think if the ship's big enough, they can throw some pit fighting stuff in there, make the seafarers earn a little extra on top, and then whoever takes pots.
Why not? Right? Loser's got to walk the plank.
Pilots and sailors, that sounds fantastic.
Loser walks the plank, man. He's got to go to the graveyard.
Instant travel.
All right. Well, I was just super interested about instancing with the boats, and want to throw ideas out there and see what other people. That's why I wanted to have the captain on, man. He's got a boat, see what kind of ideas he had. That's all you're going to be doing, man. You're going to be sailing the high seas, huh? You got a dock?
That's correct. I'm working up for a dock right now. I don't have one, but I need one.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. I'm going to show up this website in. So, somebody posted this. I never knew about this, and I don't know. Do you guys know who the designer of this website is? It's learnmirandus.com.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen it.
This is the first, dude. This is the first. Like somebody posted this in the Mirandus discussion. That was the first time I've seen it. But somebody put somewhere any information that you want on this game is on this site. This is like my podcast on a website, which is even better. It's like got all the articles, right? It's got like you can go and do all the exemplars and gives you all the info on them. Tells you everything about them, right? Each one, instead of trying to find the article. Right. I mean, down here, categories. It's like the jeweler structures, all right? Let's look at it. It tells you what the jeweler structures are. It tells you all of them, like the sizes. Continue reading. I haven't even fully explored the site, but I already know everything on here, right? But for somebody, look, you reply. That's awesome. This is awesome. So this should be pinned. Like if Fleef, if you're listening to this, you should pin this too, like, because this is like, I haven't even been to the actual official Mirandus site in a long time. Do they even have this much information? Because I feel like this should be the information they have. This should be the official Mirandus site, or at least what it looks like. But at the bottom, donate. Right? I have no idea whose site this is, but I don't know. If you guys wanted to donate, there's a donate there because it's all free.
Yeah.
Beginning guide. I don't know.
The address on MetaMask and it doesn't come up as anybody, so.
Oh, it doesn't. I don't know. Like always, be careful what you click, right? Especially in this Web3 world.
There's many pirates out here.
Yeah, many pirates. You're a Disney pirate, though, right?
I don't work for Disney Corporation himself.
But you're loving pirates. Or not.
Well, I just want to help out the new players of the game so that they can get massive amounts of loot that I can steal.
It's a long play. I get it. It's the long game. But news, announcements. Oh, man, I wonder what they got on the announcements they keep up. Looks like it's keeping up. But anyways, I need to give a shout out to the site because it's amazing. For anybody that has questions, here's the answer. All on here. I mean, it doesn't really give speculation stuff, but this is what is known. This Learn Mirandus. So, if anybody's new listening to this, learnmirandus.com. I guess be careful on stuff you click. Everything seems legit, but great site. Great site. All right.
Quality information.
Quality information. I don't know. All right. Let's talk some AI. What do you guys think?
Ale?
Ale. That's what I'm drinking. Hold on. Let me get my ale. Crack this open. Some AI. So,
I'm okay with it as long as it don't affect my horses.
It may affect your horses. We're going to a deeper AI. This ain't what McCarthy was talking about. We're going to Fuzzles AI. Have you guys paid much attention to the Fuzzles?
Nay, I can't stand the little cute creatures.
Yeah.
The voices are quite creepy. But it's not about the Fuzzles. It's about the AI in the Fuzzles. So, if you go to the Fuzzles announcement, there's the, I think it's Endless AI is the company that's created them. And there's like a video in there of the team, and they're talking, they're describing the AI and stuff. You guys should check that out. But after I saw that, I was just like, these Fuzzles need to go away. And you need to install this AI NPCs within the game. Even though the Fuzzles are just like testing the AI. It's for testing the AI. It feels like. And if they wanted to upgrade the AI, they just upgrade the Fuzzles, right? So you're having like a discussion and a conversation. So what if you could throw these AI into NPCs, right? And you can just have these discussions with these NPCs where the NPC could become a quest where you're like, the goal is to like get the key off of this guy and have a discussion with him, trying to like give you the key that would like unlock the cave to the Minotaur King, something dumb like that.
For sure, or the NPCs themselves could be the reward. Like, here's a dungeon, and monsters have captured many of these, humans or something. And if you kill them and set them free, those NPC NFTs become yours, and you're a shopkeeper now.
Right, or even your shopkeeper has that kind of AI involved in the game. That would be crazy too. Where you can have a discussion, and I don't know, you can.
Your tavern keep. He's entertaining your customers.
I don't know. At some point, you're entertaining your customers, or at some point, like, does it become a little programmable where you can give your NPC a secret word, and the guy uses the secret word, and he gets a discount, right? There's the discount for like the secret word, or let you into the back room, the secret back room where the good weapons are. I don't know.
There's really a lot of potential here.
There is way so much potential. I mean, I don't know what the AI they're talking about using. I don't know if that's the same, if they're working with Endless when they were talking about the NPCs are like looking at you and like discussing with whatever the linguists give them language to, like, do we take these dudes on or not? Does the AI become so good where you have to turn it down a little bit because nobody can beat these guys, beat the AI? It's like playing chess.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I think that AI can be very powerful. The Mirandus Master has some really good ideas of how to make world bosses and strong creatures that collaborate with each other. But we're humans, and we've played video games for a couple of decades now, and I don't think that there is a computer, unless it's just literally impossible, that the community won't come together eventually to figure out an easy way to dispatch. I do believe the end game when it comes to combat will be each other.
Yeah. Amen. Well said. Just teaming up to take down the AI because the AI is so good that you need many of you.
I mean, you take two citadels, two kings, and they collaborate together with their entire armies. The Minotaur King doesn't have a chance. And there's, 5 citadels. So it doesn't, really, the amount of people that we're going to be working together to do anything in this game, it's going to be astronomical, even with just the exemplars.
It's mind-blowing. It absolutely is. Next level. All right. Let's talk about the discussion on Miranda's chat, shall we? So, all right. How about this one? Miranda's Master. Someone was suggesting that we should upgrade the Ring of Discord to detect nearby materium.
Yeah, he was talking about bringing maybe 100 rings of discords together for a jeweler, and the jeweler will be able to maybe craft a materium finder that will locate the closest materium, or perhaps if you get close to it, it'll start to glow or something, similar to how the rings of discord would glow around each other.
Man, that's crazy. That brings in new questions, man, because I thought we weren't destroying NFTs. This brings rise to, destroying to upgrade.
Right, burning them.
Yes, burning the NFTs.
And if we're burning the rings and we can't craft the rings, then they're depreciating over time.
Yep.
I'm sorry, the price would start to go up, I imagine.
I imagine somebody had to maybe buy some rings. Just, this isn't Miranda's Master saying that this is going to happen, but the chances are higher now that this is going to happen. I like the idea of burning these rings, combining 100 of them to do something really special like that.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, there's 20,000 rings, right? You got to
kill
them somehow.
Yeah. So even so, I mean, get them while they're cheap. If they even are cheap, who knows? Who knows what this stuff's even really worth, right?
It's all speculative.
It is.
And you see how many people, if you were on OpenSea, you could see how many people have a Ring of Discord, and there's really not that many relative to the amount of rings that there are. It makes me think that that there will be future drops of the Ring of Discord. That's purely speculation, but I think next year, if your Discord account was attached to the Gala or the whatever, then you're gonna get another ring. It's just dropped to the newest OGs, I suppose.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure. How else are they going to get the other 20,000 out, right?
Absolutely. What do you think, Wolfie? You want to buy 100 rings?
I'm looking up the price of those right now, and I already know they're out of my reach at 100 of them.
How much are they?
Give me a second.
Yeah, because
we're going for less than $100 now.
It's not too bad.
But most of them. Oh well, here, hold on.
So $10,000 is what you're saying.
$10,000 is going to give you a humming beaker to find material.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
I feel like everything costs 10,000 something.
I mean, I think the idea was more of a bunch of different people bringing together their rings to collectively benefit from the Materium Finder.
Sure. It's a pretty slick idea. It's really, I don't know who came up with it, but it is a cool idea. What else did he say? He said this one, we actually had some ideas about getting you guys NPCs. We wouldn't control them, but we could be shopkeepers and such in your buildings. Deed owners could have sorry, the prints are really small to me on my OBS. Could be rad. Deed owners could have town couriers. So are they delivering now or picking up? So kind of like the town stars, like my building needs, I don't know, wheat, right? I need wheat for making beer, so this NPC is going to go get some wheat for me. And this is my budget that I'm allowing my NPC to go and pick up out of a storage unit and bring back. And
You got a feed bot.
yeah,
Perhaps that's exactly what it is. Or maybe they go out and just cut your crops when they're ready, like every time, even if
that's
you're not
true.
online.
Yes.
That way, constantly refilling your silo or whatever.
You guys think that's an NFT? Something buying out the store?
They
Certainly.
giving stuff away usually if it's going to have any kind of value.
Well, it seems like it's got value. I mean, if it can, like a farm bot can go and cut your crops or do
Or whatever. Yeah, I mean, like I think clearly if they're gonna maintain the position that it's a player run everything, then it has to be NFTs because we have to be able to have the ownership.
yeah. I don't know. That'd be really, really powerful tool, man. If you could like even if it was programmable, so the billboard thing. Taz is a social media guy, and he posted about the billboards right on the deed. So just tying that in. If you saw a price that was like you could program your your NPC to be like, I'm buying weed at this price, and if we went to that price, that NPC goes out and buys it and brings it back, and then you have it for when you log in at the price that you wanted it at. And if it dipped, I don't know. I thought about things like that would be kind of cool. I mean, if he is a courier, right?
Right. I mean, but it wouldn't be dangerous leaving your deed because I mean, if you're going to be buying wheat within the deed, like if you're a part of a city or something like that, you just go down the street and buy the wheat. That would be one thing. But I think if your NPC would have to leave your deed to go to another one to purchase at a cheaper price, for example, the price that you set it at. I don't know. The idea of bots roaming around out in the world just makes my sword quiver.
Yeah.
Makes me want to.
It's got to be limited. I don't think McCarthy would do something like that heavy with bots. So it's probably a lot of speculation into that. All right. What else did he say? How about this one? Mirandus verse. Northwest. Is that Northwest?
Yes, that was something me and Observer were talking about. It turns out Observer of Rome, I call him Eyeball. He's a part of my same neck of the woods. So I think sometime this week we're gonna go out to a pub and clink drinks together and see how the community is.
Kick ass. So then he threw out.
But not to be confused with what you were talking about, which is the meetup, for which Mirandus Master has said, and I'm going to hold it to him, that we're going to meet up together as a group, something towards the end of the quarter, maybe, not this thing between me and Eyeball.
Right. He said maybe in Bend. Is that Great Bend?
No, Bend, Oregon. It's in the high desert, eastern Oregon.
Hey, listen. I talked to. I'm sorry. Is it? I can't say it. Oregonians. What is it?
Oregon.
I know Oregon, but like the people there. What do you call the people?
Oregonians.
Oregonians. Okay, boom. That's it. See how.
Damn, I missed my chance. I could have really led you on with something. Oregoners.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was just like, okay, that's interesting. All right. So yeah, end of the corner. What is this like? Just see who's into Mirandus. Come out, hang out somewhere with the Oregonians or in Miranda, and have some event. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it started off with the sound when they announced the bowstring sound, And Observer was like, "Hey, if you need some authentic Oregon waterfall sounds, then just hit me up." And I was like, "Legit, I could totally do it." And this is before I even know he was around, so I knew something was up when he said Oregon. I've been to that place. As a matter of fact, I'm there now.
It's awesome. That's super awesome. All right, what are we running at? Heck yeah, man! Right at 30 minutes. Look at us crushing it. So, I don't know. You guys got any final thoughts, Wolfie?
I'm excited just for the game to get to us.
Oh no, man.
Billion
It's
mysteries to it.
gonna be a long way. I'm down with it though. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you, Captain?
I'm super excited, obviously, and it's taken up much of me awake time and some of me dreams. But I do have a concern. It's something that it's been gnawing at me, and I'm not sure exactly how to address it because it goes one of two ways, I think, and it is revolving around me docks and me ships.
Let's hear it.
Well, if you look into the Gallus store, the ships and the docks, and albeit the cemeteries, are extremely more priced than everything else. And that could be because of one of a couple of reasons. I'd like it to be because in-game their value is so much more that you come back to life at a cemetery, or the entire world of Mirandus is interconnected by docks and ships. And that's where the value is derived from. But something that's got me concerned is the valuation of Mirandus and Gala Games itself when these docks when the deeds initially came, the land deeds and the buildings first came out. It was reasonable for a smaller company that they were to sell these NFTs at much more reasonable prices. But as the company expanded and became bigger and more renowned, and they've passed their Galaverse and got all of these Snoop Dogg, and it's all, now they can sell these NFTs for significantly more. Is that okay? I mean, I of course it's okay, but if the value isn't translating into the in-game, if it's just because they can sell them for more because of how much more popular the company has become, then these are much more expensive NFT, 10 times the price. If you look into the Gala Store and you filter it by rarities, you can see that all the rare buildings and deeds, all the deeds and docks, like all the rare docks, or the one rare dock, is significantly more expensive than all of the rare deeds.
Right. Yeah. I'd like to know how they come up with their pricing too, because that is a lot of money for some of the stuff that they are. Like, is that value? Is that value going to be there? Are they hoping like with the full launch of Gala Music, is that value going to be there for the Snoop Dogg tracks or all those artist tracks? Is the value going to be there for those docs? I mean, I hate to talk about ROI because, you're buying game pieces. There shouldn't be ROI. But when you're talking about this much money, somebody's hoping to make back some kind of money within the game, right? It's like...
you can't market yourself as play to earn and say we're only a game, never expect a return.
Yeah, but they also are like trying to rework it where it's like play and earn. And,
of course,
I understand that what they're trying to do. I just hope that they're not just trying to see what they can get out of these and what these people are willing to pay. And I'm 100% sure they know that why these people are paying these prices are because they're hoping to get some value out of it, right? More than just having the item itself. Like having the great sword, right, has a value and what you can do with it. But like, I hope it has some sort of potential to earn you something back eventually on what you spent.
Agreed. I mean, of course, you play the game long enough, and those returns will eventually make themselves. At least that's the hope, right?
Yeah, but even if it's 5 years later, man, at least you're getting your return out.
Plus the time you spend
and
in
the
the
fun,
game, having
and
fun.
the fun,
exactly.
Yes.
The people you meet, all of that.
Right.
It's really great. But
Right.
I mean, but there is a concern. Like, I mean, that applies totally. But when you have a very big difference, let me give you the example. Rare deeds, rare land deeds and water deeds. There's only 4 of them. the farming hamlet, the ranching hamlet, the outpost, and the K. So the outpost in the farming hamlet, 7,000 gala, almost 8,000 gala on their site. The ranching is double that, 15,000. Okay, but these are the rare buildings. Makes sense. The rare dock, the K, 1.1 million.
It's crazy.
That difference in price, like, that's the question I think I'm struggling with. Can they put the value of that K into the game when it's that different?
Yeah, I don't know. I like the.
But
Go ahead, Wolfie.
the issue is though is you're looking at the sellout price. So when those sold out, that was how much they were asking in Gala at that time versus the price that it sold out. And you're looking at like what Punjab is saying on the other side that they've kind of raked up. You guys said they charged up, so you pretty much got to be a whale or somebody with a fat pocket at this point to be able to grab some stuff because the average person coming in, if we're just talking about being a gamer, they're gonna laugh and walk away most likely. So this is more of an investor's playground anyways anymore. Um, the average player isn't gonna dump 10K into the thing unless they're really looking to devote their life into this game like they were on the other game that got robbed or not recently, but got ran over. Um, but your prices are reflecting today's date's value of what Gala thinks their stuff is worth, and the prices on those ranching hamlets and stuff that all ran out and sold out what almost a year ago, a little less than a year ago now.
Yeah.
So that's what you're seeing. That's why your prices look so much crazier compared to the other things.
Well,
Because
I'm not
when I
even.
came in,
No, I'm sorry. Go
we were
ahead.
able to purchase. When I came in, Gala hadn't even released anything for Mirandus yet. So when Mirandus hit the shelves, it was what like $50 a homestead, 200 bucks or something like that for the 250 for the farm and outpost, and then 500 bucks for the ranching hamlet. So
Shiver
I
me timbers.
Yeah, the whales bought all
yeah
those up, man. And I
But
think
the
Eric learned
K.
it was way too cheap. They were way too cheap. And they look at the open sea prices. He's like, why don't we just sell them for those prices? And then they started doing that. And then they had to start tiering, I think, because whales were still buying them all up. So they'd like give you a chance for everybody to buy it. So we'll sell 10 at this price, stop that price, here's the next price. And then give somebody else a chance to get in if they're willing to pay a little bit more. And now they're at the top tiers. You go back and look at open seas for the flippers, right? So it's always go to open seas first, look for the blue check mark. Make sure you look for the blue check mark and shop there before you get on the Gala site because you can get them off the flippers.
Agreed, and that goes for nearly all the NFTs. And I
Right.
totally understand what you're saying about the sold out. And the ranching hamlets, the farming hamlet, and the outpost are all sold out. And I believe most of the time Gala sells their NFTs in an increasing price. It's cheaper in the beginning, and more people who buy them, it gets more and more expensive, and then eventually they're just sold out. The K, on the other hand, is not even sold out. There's still 5 left on the Gala store. So I mean, 5. They're selling 5 right now, I suppose I should say. So it's like that means the K, the 1.1 million Gala, hasn't even reached its top price yet.
Oh yeah, is that value going to be there? What comes down to Mirandus, man, is always going to be it's going to be the population. How many people are going to be playing this game? That's where you're going to get your value statistics out of.
Right, I
Mirandus
agree.
is also playing the royalty game on the back end as well. So
That's
Right,
the
right,
truth.
yeah. And you know what? That's kind of cool because that can fuel extra income for what they need to pay their people, man, to get us the best developers in Gala, right? Get us the best people. I'm good with if people are paying these prices. I'm hoping that they're considering the value that they can get out of it. On top of they trying to get the most that they can, so they can get the best people for the company and for us, right?
well, they wouldn't even need the money from any of these NFTs to fund this project and all these other projects. They sold Vayne for fucking like $12 billion.
Cool. That means that we got more money, right? Then
Yeah,
Make
and
cooler
Gala
things,
itself is
get
just
better
dumping money
people.
into Mirandus.
That's why we get these kick-ass Gala verses at like Disneyland, I guess.
I'm just glad that the lead developer of this game is kind enough to spend some time in the Discord, almost on a daily basis, just
They
to
all
get the
should.
feel of the community.
Yeah,
They all should. You're damn right.
they all should. So, but yeah, it's cool. Michael's got, his team's super busy too. I know he's super busy. So it's kind of cool, and it's got to be part of the job, right? To see what's cool to us, because he's got to learn like what we think's cool so he can develop the coolest thing that works for
Certainly
everybody,
gave
right?
me an advantage in the game, considering
Right.
Mirandus Master is a part of me guild. So, you can trust me when I say that I'm a pirate.
Oh, yeah. Hey, dude, there's a lot of ideas in Miranda's discussion, so his whole team should be fishing there. Keep it talking, right?
Agreed.
All right, we're running up at 40 minutes. I wanted to give Taz a shout out. Mirandus on Twitter. If you guys are listening, give him a follow, retweet his shit, man. We got to sell this game. We got to get all these people to come in Mirandus, right? So
Yeah, lift yourselves up so I can take it from you.
Yeah, if you're not following Mirandus on Twitter, go there and give him a follow and check out what he's talking about. He puts out some interesting content here and there. As for that, I got nothing else, man. So peace out.